Hey there, South Mississippi. Chief Meteorologist Eric Jeansonne here. The quick update on the radar right now. We're actually watching a few thunderstorms over into Jackson County as we take a little bit closer look here. Just north of Pascagoula and north of Moss Point, we're seeing a heavy downpour headed right towards Escatawpa. So it's right on top of you in Helena and pretty much right over Trent Lott Airport almost. It's moving generally from the northeast to the southwest. So storms have been moving from east to west over the past couple of days. A little bit further inland around Wade and Three Rivers, those storms are pretty much falling apart. And over towards Agricola, Movella, and Harleston, we're seeing some pretty decent downpours as well in those locations. What we are keeping an eye on, though, are more storms that are organizing a little bit further off towards the east. So we're watching these storms coming out of Pensacola. Again, everything working its way east to west. And these storms over to Pensacola, they have had a history of being severe. And we're going to watch to see if those can hold together and try to work their way into South Mississippi over the next couple of hours. Now, we are losing the daytime heating, which is sort of the fuel for these storms. But with the rain-cooled air pushing out ahead of the storms, that creates an outflow boundary that sometimes acts like a miniature cold front, and that can spark off additional showers and storms. So that's why our rain chances overnight are very conditional. It really just depends on how these storms to our east behave. There is a marginal risk for a few strong to severe storms. The better chance for severe weather is a little bit further east over into the Florida Panhandle, up into Alabama and Georgia. But there is still just enough fuel and energy for maybe one or two strong to severe storms in South Mississippi. Here's what's steering this. Here's why all these storms are moving from east to west. We have a ridge of high pressure in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, so there's clockwise flow around that. And with that clockwise flow, we're seeing thunderstorms developing on the outer edges of that ridge of high pressure. So that ridge is steering all the storms that develop on the southern edge of that ridge from east to west along the Gulf Coast. Notice that we're watching two complexes, one coming out of Pensacola, but another one coming out of South Carolina. That complex of storms out of South Carolina, models are hinting that maybe some of that may try to work its way towards South Mississippi as we go into tomorrow. So looking outside now in the Hancock Whitney Bank Tower Cam at Gulfport, looks pretty quiet out there. And over the past couple of days, we've had some really photogenic storms across the area. Check out this photo from Jennings out of Hancock counties around Bay St. Louis. Beautiful shelf cloud that was from those storms yesterday morning that developed out over the sound. The rain-cooled air rushing out ahead of the storms, helping to create this shelf cloud. The warm, moist air moving into the storm, the rain-cooled air running out. Both of those opposing forces kind of mold the cloud into what looks like a shelf. It's basically the dividing line between the rain-cooled air and the warm air. Hey, check out this beautiful shot. This was sent in to us by Greg out over the Mississippi Sound. The sun rising that morning, and we're seeing the pink shades of color highlighting that complex of storms. And check that out, lightning jumping out of the storm there. We call that sometimes a bolt from the blue. That's whenever thunderstorms produce lightning and the lightning jumps out of the cloud, sometimes 10 to 15 miles out away from the storm. And that's what can make lightning become deadly as well, because it kind of comes out of nowhere, it seems. Tomorrow, we are going to have the opportunity for some scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. A few of those storms could be on the strong to severe side, so just be aware of that as we work our way into tomorrow afternoon. Not everybody sees the storms, but they could be pretty loud with a lot of lightning as well. Here's what it looks like on Futurecast, and Futurecast is a little aggressive with some showers and storms tomorrow morning out of the water. And then Futurecast hinting that maybe those storms we were just looking at over South Carolina, whatever's left of that, may try to pivot its way into South Mississippi as we go into tomorrow. So rain chances are a little bit higher for your Thursday. 7-day forecast as we go throughout the next few days, we're going to stay in this enhanced summertime pattern with these hit and miss storms. Some of them could be on the strong side. Not everybody gets one every day, but if you get caught up underneath one, it's going to put down some locally heavy rain, some gusty winds, and some frequent lightning.